Because I guess right now Ramalzi has kind of just went to bed.
Pretty much.
I think you guys pretty much all just went back to the inn and fell asleep. So we'll start there, actually. All right. So Ash, you had gotten a room at the inn, I believe, right? Like everybody else has?
Yep.
Okay. So, do elves do anything strange when they go to sleep? Or they go to sleep like everything else, like everybody else?
No, they I would say they sleep normally, pretty much.
Huh?
You know, they don't float in midair or anything.
Okay. Okay, so you lay down to sleep, and you get this very strange thing happen to you when your eyes are closed. You have this dream of that strange old woman that's been eyeing you guys up around town, the one that gives you evil looks and nasty glares. But she is devouring you from inside out. You sort of look down at your dream self, and this woman's face sort of emerges from your stomach. She's tearing and biting from within. You can see your skin sort of undulating as her fingers are crawling across your stomach like you're pregnant with this old woman, but her face just bursts out of your stomach. Her hands are writhing serpents, and her face is covered in bleeding legions. Eventually, she sort of erupts from your core self, and she's like looking down at you. And for some reason, you can't move, although you can speak or scream. What do you think you do in the dream?
If I can't speak or stream, there's not much to...
No, you can speak.
Oh, okay. Yeah, probably just screaming. You know, but in an elf way. Too early for me. No.
So,
I can't emote. No.
So eventually she keeps coming out of your stomach. Her sagging breasts are torn and maggots are crawling out of the bloody holes that are there. She starts to just sort of slide her body up towards your face, and she grabs the side of your face, and she gives you this kiss, and you feel this like sharp, acidic taste in your mouth, and a feeling of pain, and then your eyes awaken. That was your dream. Mallow, in your dream, you are being carried by those little nondescript white fruit creatures, and you didn't hear any noise, but you heard their voices within your mind, and they had this actual like calming sort of mental wavelength, I guess you could call it. You felt sort of carried along like floating down a stream, except you feel the little hands beneath you, and they're taking you to this large vat, perhaps some lake or something like that that's in your dream that has very sharp sides, and down into this chasm which sort of changes and morphs as you look at it. Giant leeches are writhing against each other, like a lake of leeches. They're sliming and just one on top of the other, going down into the pile, coming back up. And then the little hands just toss you, and you're falling down into the big mass of these leeches. And for some reason in the dream, you know they all have names. And as you're sinking down beneath them, trying to get to the surface, they all sort of tell you their name. And you're not really even sure how to pronounce many of them, but all these various names with lots of consonants and a few syllables are sort of coming into your consciousness and then leaving. And you're being crushed. The further down you slide into the pile, the weight of all of them is crushing down in your lungs, and you can't breathe. You're writhing, you're struggling, and then you wake up, and then you have one of your sheets around your neck. All right, who's next? Ramelzi, you are flying, floating and flying through azure clouds of varying degrees of blue and white and strange orange and red ones as well. You look up, and somehow the stars are there, even though it's daylight. It's kind of a strange thing to try to wrap your brain around. And when you look beside you, that angelic figure, that boy who spoke with the deafening static voice is there. He is holding your malformed and melted hilt of your angelic sword. The blade isn't lit, and it's sort of holding it in its hands as its wings are flapping beside you. And the dream goes on for a long time. It's very peaceful and relaxing, swooping in and out of the clouds, looking down below you at the various farms and estates, sections of river and plains. And then the angel just stabs you in the side with the sword. You awake, and the angel is beside you on the bed, and the hilt has been repaired. Rayhan, you have this dream of you're walking from the mountains. They're behind you, and every once in a while you look back. It's a very long and drawn out dream of just moving. You're clutching something in your hands, but you don't look down to see what it is. It feels cold. You see the town of Pembrooktonshire sort of lurching as you take a left step and then a right step, and just boom, one after the other. You start walking through the streets, and you can tell it's nighttime. No one is out. Sometimes you pause to look in some of the windows, and then you see the inn. Your steps are lurching left, right. The door opens, and as you go up the stairs, you can hear them cracking and breaking beneath your feet. It looks to all the different rooms and looks in. First you see Ramelzi, and this is the first time you see your hand. It's dark red and hairy, and it looks in, closes the door. The next door opens up, and there's Mallow there, wrapped around his neck as a sheet. And last but not least is Ash, and you see the hand open, and then it closes it. And then your hand opens up your own door to your own room. It moves in, and you have this strange out-of-body experience where you're looking down at yourself, sleeping. You see your arms and legs moving as if you're walking in the bed. It tilts its head from one side to the other, and the hand reaches out and sort of caresses your face and moves some of your hair out of your eyes. You sit down, but you're still a pretty high height. I don't know. For sitting down, you're still pretty tall, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And then you wake up, and inside your room is this enormous troll sitting on your floor with a tilted head, an elongated nose, and gnarled hands that are folded on its lap, and it's just staring at you. So I guess we'll start with start with Rayhan.
Okay. First thing I do when I see this troll is I'll pull my body towards the corner, because imagine my bed is like in the corner of the room, so my back will be towards the corner. My feet would have kicked up sheets as I'm staring at this thing, and I will passively kind of clench my hand to dig my fingernails into my thumb to see if I'm still asleep. Because if I feel pain, then I'm awake.
Yeah, you feel pain, and the troll just kind of looks at you with a strange curiosity and an intelligence.
Very loudly, so that others can hear me. Whoever is in the room next to me can probably hear this. I'll say, "Who are you? What is this?"
It reaches out with its large arm and it just points at you.
I'll look to see where I have my weapons, probably, on the other side of the room. My rapier might be like beneath the bed, but I don't want to reach for it. I'll look obviously frightened. How did you get in here?
It stomps its left foot and right foot on the floor, cracking some of the floorboards beneath it.
Out loud, I will scream, "Help! Help!"
All right, I think by this point, everyone has awakened, and you hear "Help! Help!" coming from Rayhan's room.
I'm sure he doesn't mean it.
I'm sure he's fine.
He's just had another nightmare again. That's all.
Ramelzi is just sitting in a state of unreality, not knowing whether his experience the day before and the minimum of his memory serves him to paint a picture of reality. He is unsure. Now he sits next to an angel with a sword, and he sees that as his immediate reality.
Right.
So he hears the words "help, help," and really doesn't understand why he's hearing them at all. Not sure whether if he's like I said, whether he's in a realm of reality at this moment after he has awoken. With not much memory to work with, he kind of sits in awe and probably slowly gets up to check his surroundings and make his way towards the voice, "Help, help."
Okay. How about Mallow? What's Mallow do?
I'll jump up and start ripping the sheets off from around my neck and start running off towards the sounds of help here.
And Ash? What's Ash do?
I gingerly get up and make my bed. No, I'm just kidding. We'll rush toward the calls of my friend.
Brush your teeth, wash your mouth out.
Fold all the laundry.
Alright, so I think that Mallow and Ash get there first, and then Ramelzi sort of wanders out after.
Ramelzi wanders there, kind of dazed, slowly looking around at his surroundings, trying to intake everything where he's at. So yes, he doesn't move as fast.
So the door is closed, and you hear Rayhan screaming, "Help, help!" from inside.
Throw the door open. If it's unlocked.
I watch Mallow throw the door open.
So Mallow heaves open the door, pushes it open, and inside you see the back of this enormous troll, probably about 8 or 9 feet tall, very wide at the shoulders. Looks like it probably weighs a good 500 or 600 pounds if you had to guess. And it has a tilted head, and you probably walk in when it's pointing at Rayhan with just this tilted head look.
Oh crap! I'll kind of take a step back. There's a troll in there.
Do I see anything weapon-shaped nearby?
Weapon shaped.
I obviously didn't don my armor and grab my weaponry and whatnot as I'm rushing out of my room. So.
We'll say that there's an old bucket that's has some wash rags inside of it in the hallway.
A bucket.
Perfect.
Trolls hate buckets.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see if we can. All right, I'll grab the bucket and spring forward toward the troll and try to cover his head with the bucket or something. That's an idea.
Okay.
Maybe it'll confuse him.
All right, so Ash leaps into action, grabbing the large bucket. Cleaning rags come spilling out of it as he turns it upside down and plops it on top of the troll's head. At least it covers up his eyes. It doesn't cover up his nose.
We'll just make him look stupid. Perfect.
I'll use this opportunity once the troll's head is covered in the bucket to scurry out of the bed so that I'm not in that threatening position.
Does anybody else want to do anything before? I guess we'll go into
Yes. As Ram walks closer to his once teammates, he starts recognizing faces, and though he cannot really remember everybody clearly, he does feel a sense of familiarness, so he's attracted to those that he sees, and he does feel the instinct to want to help. as he sees the troll as well. And so the first thing, I guess he wouldn't even have any knowledge about how to defeat a troll even. So he just runs in with whatever he has. Perhaps he always does carry his staff. He did grab that, and he runs in and gets in position to try to take action. So it'd probably be a good time, for initiative.
Sorry, I was muted. So Mallow saw this backed up. Is he doing anything now? So you have Ash jumping forward with the bucket. Ramalzi seeming like he's finally understanding what's going on, maybe. And then you have Rayhan jumping out of the bed.
Just crying out, troll, and looking around, since, I left all my stuff in my room, so...
If you look down, you'll see smashed and broken stairs leading up to the top here. It's like the troll just walked right into the place.
Oh, wow.
Alright, who feels like rolling a d6?
Hard to get good help these days. Okay.
Wait.
I've already rolled 4.
Alright,
Nice.
it got a 1, so you guys tell me what you do.
Okay. I will use all my turn to get to the door where my teammates are, but not to obscure it, kind of to be close to the wall.
And Ram just utters incomprehensible words, almost seeming as if he remembers chanting words when he was in battle, but he's not really uttering any spell. It doesn't come out as a spell or active spell. He just, somehow his instinct is trying to say words, but none that is even understandable to the arcane art. So, in a sense, he just muttering confusion as an instinct of what he used to do. In his probably failure, he probably does attempt to swing at the troll, not knowing what he's up against.
So what are you swinging? Are you gonna
my staff?
Your staff? Okay.
Yeah, it's just the only thing he would grab.
Okay, so roll a d20 and make an attack roll.
They got my attack bonus if it still applies was a +3.
Yeah.
At level 6. Okay. Ooh, no good. Well, no, I keep. It's still early and I forget what game I'm playing. That's like 3, 4, 5. So I don't know this.
Okay, yeah,
good.
That's not so. Ramalzi looks like he just woke up.
Literally, and in game, and in character.
All right. So Ash, you you have the bucket on its head. Are you gonna hold on to the bucket, or are you gonna do something else?
Let's see. Who else is in the room with me? Is it Rayhan? I assume is still in the room, and apparently Ramalzi decided to come into the room to.
Yes, and
melee the troll.
so far Mallow's still out in the hallway.
All right. Well, my work here is done.
Time for some breakfast, boys. I'll talk to you later.
I will, since I've just slept, I guess I've got all my spells back and everything, or how did my sleep go?
Yeah, I would say that to everybody, yeah. Sure.
I would like to cast Forget on the troll.
Okay.
Again.
And remember to roll a d20.
Yeah, for D20. Wait. Why am I never prepared for these things?
That might be a good time to, I'm going to say, since I once knew the spell Forget, that once I heard Ash utter those words, it dawned on me that I recognized that spell.
Okay.
And if that's all right, I guess I'm going to take that as a roleplay chance to say, that, okay, it refreshed my memory. I slept and I realized, yes.
That's fine.
So I'll mark that down as one spell that I remembered.
Okay. That works.
As I cast it and it goes off without a hitch, I rolled a 9. So.
Okay, and I believe it probably gets a saving throw, right? It's not.
I'm sure it does.
Let's see here. Gotta find my own d20. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that works. Okay, so he failed. All right. Does anybody else need to go here still?
I think I'm gonna run into the room and grab some of the sheets from the bed in there, and I think I'm gonna try and run around the troll, trying to entangle it in the sheets, its legs.
Okay, it's sitting down on the ground, so that should actually fairly easy to wrap around it.
No one understands my gambit of putting the bucket on the head, making it forget, and then leaving the room so it has no idea that we're even in there. Right?
Well, you'll see Mallow runs in there, and he grabs up some sheets and starts just running around the troll as fast as he can, trying to entangle it. And so yeah, okay. So forget, huh? So he forgets. Is that a permanent or temporary spell?
That's a permanent. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, it's permanent.
Magic
Poor
user
troll. This troll just wanted to talk to me, and I freaked out.
As a player, I'm like, let's set the sheet on fire. But as my character, he don't know Jack.
All right, so the troll just one of its arms reaches up and grabs the bucket off its head. It looks around confused, like it doesn't really know where it's at. And then the other arm just sort of swipes out and swings across. Let's see here. I guess Mallow's right there since he was wrapping him up with a sheet. He's gonna try to get his arm free. I guess I should see if he can.
All right.
See if he's untangled. Why don't you just roll me a d20, Keith? Just tell me what you get, just to see how well you wrapped him up.
I got a 10.
Okay. All right. So his other arm just sort of grabs the sheet and pulls it off. So it has a sheet in one hand, and a bucket in the other. And it's sort of looking around, snarling. And I'm probably going to be really quiet after that. Usually am. So, why don't you guys roll another d6? See who goes first.
Rayhan, our quick man, roll a d6.
Here we go. I got a 5.
All right, I actually rolled a 6.
Sweet.
So, we got actually everybody's in the room now, right? Let me roll a d4, see what we get. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. So both hands reach forward and go right at, I guess turn. Hold on, Wes. He turns around, and you said you were by the door. Is that right, Zig?
Yes.
Okay. Both hands are going to reach out and try to grab hold of you. What was your armor class?
My AC is... Second character sheet is... Where is it? Armor class for melee is 16.
Okay. So one of the fists is going to punch you right in the head, and the other fist is going to sort of like... So I guess he grabs you around the waist and then punches you like in the face/chest area. Move away. What's this going to be? Alright, so the punch does 10 damage. As you hear like smacking, crunching noises. And the other fist sort of grabs around your waist, and one of its thumbs is like trying to like dig into your stomach.
Ooh.
And that's going to do 4 damage.
Okay.
Ooh.
4.
And remember, you have that healing ability, the regeneration thing.
Yeah.
It's growling at you, and it looks like it's gonna do more terrible things to you if it's allowed to.
I will growl back at it. I'll snarl my lips up and I'll go "Arr!" in return.
Yeah, it seems like it's acting totally different than it was before. All right, so what do you guys do?
I have an idea. Seeing Rayhan battle the troll, and then noticing how he looked, and seeing the scar upon his face, I'm going to say, I guess, that I have a slight memory of those events before, but not too clear. But I do understand that perhaps since we have this troll bound, I look around the room maybe there was a lantern or a lamp next to Rayhan's bed.
Yeah, I'll say there's
oil.
probably a lamp beside his bed.
Okay, I'll go ahead and grab that if I can reach it. And I get would it be lit or extinguished?
I don't know. Do you think you? I think Rayhan probably likes the natural light of the sun in the morning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Most
I'm gonna go ahead and grab it anyway and slam it upon the troll. Should I roll for that?
Yeah, just give me an attack roll.
Okay, and then I'm gonna yell, perhaps, if anybody in the room, create flame of any sort, throw it upon the troll. And then let's see if I even hit. Wow, not a good day for rolls so far. That's 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9. 9 on that attack roll.
Okay, so you probably smash it probably at the floor of the beast, like right beneath its leg. You don't hit it. It probably bounces off and shatters on the ground.
I guess it's up to everybody else if they want to burn down the inn or not.
Okay, so we got everybody else. Who wants to go? Who wants to go next?
He's probably going to be running out of the room this turn, so I'll just say that.
Oh, you're gonna run out of the room? Okay.
It has me in a grapple.
Its left hand is around your waist.
Okay, I'm going to try to break free from his grip, and I'll say to it, kind of like, still confused and frightened, I'll say, "What do you want from me?" So, what kind of roll would it be to break its grip?
You can just roll under Dex. That's fine.
Under Dex. That's not difficult. Oh, but I failed it. I rolled an 18.
Not difficult until it is.
Your
So I struggle feebly.
your sleeping gear gets attached or stuck to one of its fingernails, something like that. You can't get free. Okay, so you see Rayhan writhing and trying to get out of the grip, but he just just doesn't do it. How about Mallow? What's Mallow do?
Guess I'm gonna throw some Cure Light Wounds at Zig there.
Okay, so you're gonna pull out your ashes and do something fun with them?
Yeah, pull out my ashes, smear some on his forehead, calling upon Vex to aid in some healing. For 7.
So what do you actually say out loud? What does Mallow say?
I call upon you, Vex, to aid in the health of this individual.
Alright, so where's Ash running? Is he running to his room?
To his room, where, all of his equipment is.
Alright, so he feels like rolling initiative this time.
I got a 6 in my hand, so I might as well roll it. Oh, and that's a 6.
Well, that's good. I actually rolled a 1.
Okay.
So you guys are first this time. So like I said, Ash is running out. He's going out to grab some stuff. He's got Rayhan in its left maul, his hand.
Ram being torn between remembering Ash as his oldest friend from back in the days of early arcane study and friendship. At the same time, he feels the responsibility towards Rayhan from remembering the duels we had with the trolls before and the outcome upon his friend Rayhan. He's torn between, but he cannot let one suffer. So he's going to go ahead and take a swing, perhaps at the arms of the troll as hard as he can to hopefully relieve the grapple from Rayhan that he's in.
Okay.
Let's see, that's a 15 plus 3, so 18
Okay.
on the swing.
Let's see here. You said you're swinging this as hard as you can, huh? Okay. So you swing down, crack into like maybe its wrist. You hear a loud, kind of noise, and sure enough, it releases Rayhan's from around his waist.
Does that count? Even though it's a troll, is that damage roll on that at all? D4 for a staff?
Yeah, that'd be D4 plus strength bonus.
Ooh, that's a low roll. So that's my strength is how's that a +2? Let me look at my strength again. Make sure that's correct. Oh, that's supposed to be a negative. No, wait. Strength of the bond. -1. So yeah, 0. I rolled a 1 and have a -1. So.
Well, it did enough to get him to.
yeah. That was the main intent. So my staff comes down, and the vibration, the anger against this troll from my memory of what I've caused Rayhan's disfigurement before, increases my will and strength, and the vibration of the staff runs through the troll's arms. Being blind, it releases Rayhan and toils with itself to try to get its vision and sight, perhaps, and releases Rayhan quickly.
Okay.
And that'll be it.
So Ash, you grab whatever you're going to grab. You coming back?
Basically, it'll probably take me a minute to put armor on and whatnot.
Are you putting armor on?
That's what's happening.
Okay. So you're clanking, and I think you have like chain armor. Is that what you got?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're climbing to that. How about Rayhan? You're now free of the grip of the thing.
Judging by the size of this troll, is it possible to use some sort of momentum? Is he still flailing his arms?
Well, you just can't, like, his left arm just got knocked off of your waist, and his right arm is still in the air. So I don't know.
I'm just wondering if it's possible to make a trip attempt on a troll this big.
Well, he's actually still sitting down, so no.
Oh, okay.
It hasn't stood up at all. It's still sitting down.
It is blind, I guess, if the bucket's still upon his head.
No, that was the first thing I did was pull the bucket off.
Oh, okay. Cool, thanks for letting me know on that. I don't think I'd be so brave to attack it with a staff if it was seeing me, but it's all good.
Okay, I'll look at its face, and I'll say, do you want something from me? And then I'll, I guess, reach for where my weapon would be.
I'll scream too late for negotiations, my friend. He is pissed.
He's pissed and he doesn't remember you.
Yeah, so I'll be going for my weapon.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you said it was under the bed, right? So you're gonna run over and slide under the bed?
Hell yeah, I'll do this cinematic running slide.
Okay. Alright, how about Mallow? You see what's happening.
I'm going to be backing out of the door, getting away from that big old beast before he gets up. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to run back to my room to go grab my weapon and stuff.
Okay. So you've seen Ash run away, and now you're seeing Mallow run away. They head out of the room. All right, so it does. Let's see here. What does it do? It does stand up, but it's sort of hunched over. It's going to jump on the mattress.
So, what is the height of the ceiling that we're dealing with, and how tall is this troll?
Okay, it's about 9 foot tall, and I think I said the ceilings were about 15 foot tall before.
Okay, cool.
So
it could stand up.
Yeah, it's not even gonna stand up all the way. It's sort of hunched over, and it's just gonna leap and land right on top of the bed that Rayhan's under. I'm just gonna give a random roll here.
Ooh.
All right, you hear this big smash. Rayhan, you're squished under the bed as all the slats and boards shatter and crack. The mattress is on top of you. The frame is on top of you, and this gigantic weight of the troll is on top of you. But that's not the only problem you have, as the floorboards give way underneath you.
Ouch! How much does that hurt?
Hold on, Wes is kind of grumpy here.
I will scream out in pain. That's just occurs.
Alright, it looks like you take 5 more.
Mallow, you did get that heal off on Rayhan the first time, right?
Yeah, for 7.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So I'm at 5 now. Yeah, I'm screaming in pain. I don't have a broken leg or anything, do I?
No broken leg. So basically, Ramalsi, you'll see a giant hole in the sorry guys, a giant hole in the floor is this the troll just smashed through, broke down through. So you're looking down. You'll see the troll get up and just start running out of the building.
So he's running out of the building now, leaving, in a sense.
Yeah, it looks like it's leaving the building.
I immediately run down the stairs then to check on our brother Rayhan.
Okay.
See how he's faring, and
I guess I should roll once more for landing roughly on the ground. Alright, Rayhan, you're going to take 6 more from the crunch of the troll and all the weight on top of you.
Ouch.
Okay.
And feel free to talk, guys. I'm going to put Wes to bed. He looks really tired.
So I rush back in there. What did I miss?
My legs.
there's a new dance. It's called the Troll Foot, and it was taught upon our brother Rayhan. He is below us now. As I run down as fast as I can to the I guess the dining or the tavern part of the building. I scream, Rayhan, are you all right?
I've seen better days.
Yeah. I guess I attempt to remove the rubble from upon on him, give him a hand and lift him up.
Wow.
What a morning.
What was that about?
Troll has left us. He's ran in his inability to remember what he's even come for.
He could have killed me, but he didn't. I woke and he was on the bed, a troll.
I don't know. I'm not sure what type of people you like to attract to you as friends. But he is gone now. Perhaps it's time to, I don't know, I guess we should explain the damage here, huh? I don't think you're going to serve us much food and drink.
I don't know what you're talking about. That was Rayhan's room.
Who are you?
I'll grin.
I don't know this guy at all. Wait, no.
Maybe the innkeeper won't notice.
It might be a good time to break town.
Or you could just tell the guy, if he's like, hey, what happened to my room over here? Yeah, we don't care.
Yeah. We burnt down buildings, threw demon monsters through the mayor's office, destroyed that. Buildings collapsed. I mean, there's probably not much left of this town due to us coming with the good deeds. I say we break town as quick as possible, perhaps. I don't even have much memory of what we have achieved here, or unachieved, if that's the correct word. I don't know. But,
Do you want a list of the things that are still need to be accomplished if we are to remain?
yeah, my memory does not serve me well. I don't even remember entering this town, why I'm even here.
Perhaps the only way this town will be rid of all this evil is if we level all the buildings.
You're suggesting removing the houses from these people and force them to migrate elsewhere?
That'd be easier to get rid of all the evil in this town. All we have to do is leave. That's it.
Yeah, sure.
It's not that we're evil or anything. I'm just saying that it'll kill everybody at that point.
Yeah, Yeah, I
What-
think we've already leveled half the town.
What great evil would be here? I'm not understanding. I just see people and a troll, but troll has ran.
Look beyond the horizon of this town. There is a forest of red trees that encroach.
I thought that was the sunrise myself.
It is populated by these white creatures that seem hostile. They slaughtered the dwarves.
Oh.
These people of this town are well aware of it. And men like us can only do so much.
Do they not have any forces to call upon? Soldiers, guards, anything to bolster our forces?
A militia is all they have.
They've got a militia? I've never ever met these militia.
Well, by militia I mean they have a few trained men that prefer to stand in lines more than help the town as it's being destroyed. You remember what happened that day when the buildings were falling apart?
Oh, the guy playing the drums?
Yes.
I just took him to be some sort of traveling minstrel, not an actual man of arms.
I have vague memory, but the memories seem so bizarre. I take them as delusions myself. But if what you speak is true, perhaps we are in greater need on the outskirts of town instead of within.
Where did that troll go? I missed it.
I don't think he even knows where he went, but he has taken off after he had stomped you to the floor below.
In what
Hopefully
direction?
out of our lives forever.
In the direction of the trees?
I cannot say. I was concerned about you and how your health was after being stomped. I was rather relieved that he had left.
So you are starting to remember?
Some, like I said, it seems like delusions. My memory is so bizarre, but if what you speak is true, then perhaps my memory serves me well, and this place is more bizarre than I am. Rayhan, you seem to have most memory of the past here. Perhaps we will have to take heed to your lead. And no, I'm not a poet.
I don't want to be responsible for any more deaths. And I'll glance over at Mallow and I'll say, does your god take pleasure in what happens here? Is this something that he wants us to do? To remain and watch all this suffering?
I do believe that as much harm that we are causing, it's actually aiding and benefiting the town in the long run. So,
Sacrifice of one generation for the wealth of the next.
Yes. Yes, for Malta. You're correct.
Right when I say that, I feel a wash of like almost like an evil energy, but almost accepting it, having roots that I'm unaware of mentally, but emotionally I still kind of feel those types of, conscious action. And I do agree and kind of give in to that. And I say, yes, perhaps that is the best. But if I do not know how to assist and what evil it is that we fight, I am not much use in guiding us. these white creatures you speak of, Rehan? What is the source?
From what I have seen, they come from these fruits that hang from the trees. They seem to cultivate it. My friend, you don't remember how we brought one of them into this village, into this town, so that the mayor, the alchemist, can examine it.
As soon as you say that, I have almost like a confused vision of like chopping up vegetation and blood being poured upon me from it, splattered upon me from it, and not a correct memory, but I'm starting to understand that the vegetation had something to do with these white beings, the blood landing on the ground, sprouting new trees. But like I said, Ramelzi feels that as if it's so bizarre that he can't comprehend it as a truth now. He just has that memory of these trees sprouting this fruit and the blood that came from the fruit or the trees itself would create new ones, perhaps serving these white creatures, fairy-like dust creatures, serving them as a way to perhaps travel further from their source. How could we stop the growth of these trees from entering the village? Go ahead.
Have we tried burning them, those trees?
I'll look a little. I'll tilt my head slightly, and out of character, did we try to burn them, man, or did we not try to burn them?
I think we gave up.
You guys, yeah, I've been listening. Sorry, you guys were on a roll. I didn't want to say anything. So you guys had looked at the trees, and you realized that they were filled full of blood, but you didn't actually attempt to. You kind of got the feeling that they were very wet, that they probably might burn, but it might take a while. You weren't really sure, and it was also, you think it's like demon blood or magic blood, so you're not sure if that has anything to do with what might happen. But yeah, you actually didn't attempt to burn anything.
Okay, so that's what I'll say that. I'll exposit that. I'll say we did not attempt to light the trees on fire. They seem to have been full of this red substance that is likely blood, or a similar form of sap, but the presence of these creatures, of course, also discourages the trees to be lit on fire. Perhaps, since the trees are demonic, perhaps blessings of priests or holy magics might dissuade the trees from growing further. There's also, as I previously just stated, that the alchemist might already have a solution for us, since he does have the creature with him.
Well, trees may be possessed, but I don't consider them evil, and I would not be reticent to burning the forest down. I'd rather heal the sickness than kill the sick.
After listening to our holy brother Mello here, he had spoken of killing one generation to save the next. And when I look upon the trees, I see unending life. I would think that consciousness would not mind being sacrificed in its minimalism, and its therefore restore itself in its correct way. I do see your point, Ash, but right. This is nature that we're talking about, and I believe that its life will extend past this purging that we speak of.
Strange creatures.
Mallow, do you have any magics, perhaps, that we could try to bless these trees first before we try harming them?
I could try.
And call upon your God and we'll see how powerful it really is, how well it serves the nature of this land. Teach me the prayer and I'll assist the best I can. Perhaps all of us praying at the same time will increase the magic. This holy magic.
Yeah, I got a few things we can try. See if we can purge the evil from the trees. Yeah, let's go find one of these trees and find out.
Agreed. Before we leave, I'll apologize to the owner of the inn.
All right, so right now you guys have, you're downstairs into one of the basement, not basement, I guess it's the first floor rooms. You basically just fell from the second floor room down into the first floor room. If you do come out to try to find the owner, it seems that they have both been smashed to death.
Oh.
Oh, that sucks.
Did he have kids? Didn't he have kids or something, this guy?
There were kids running around, but they were the kids of the homestead,
Okay.
and they have since gone back to their destroyed house.
Alright,
The good news is we own an inn. Bad news is it's in this town.
Yeah. I was gonna say I head over to the window and I flip the sign to closed.
The only friendly inn in the town. And,
Perhaps in the whole vicinity of this area of land, even. Who knows? I have no memory of how I even got here, where I came from. But I do feel the sense of like humility and remorse of what just happened. So you could say Ramelzi is feeling more of the goodness through the actions of causing death upon these, what he thinks, innocent people that ran this inn. So that guilt is actually a sign of light in his consciousness, a different type of guilt than what he once known. So it's kind of leading him towards feeling like he should assist people in leading them out of danger and becoming more of a service to the life of men.
do you guys do anything with the bodies?
Yeah. We should not just leave them here. So let us observe the customs of the people. And call upon the Sin Eater, if that is possible.
Oh, Keith, do you remember the Sin Eater at all? Or as Malo, the character himself? I don't know if we ran into that with you yet.
Yeah, I think actually, I think we ran into him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wondered how that would balance with your belief.
Kind of different.
We elves have no rituals for death, but I don't think I would want to be eaten by a person after being dead.
Perhaps we could take the bodies, have our friend Malo here say a prayer, and burn them. Yeah. Send them to the sky that way instead of through the digestion. I guess, I wouldn't remember that either. Shoot. But I say, I guess y'all did try to bring me up to date last game when we sat down before sleep. So my character will suggest that perhaps if we dispose of these bodies through the air instead of the Sin Eater, we won't bring any more attention to our deeds here and get wrapped up more into these backwards ceremonies and whatever you would call them.
Yeah, I kind of wish now that whenever the Sin Eater was brought up, I said you shouldn't encourage him. Anyway.
Okay, so will we just bury them or burn them? burning, I think, might get more of a...
Attention.
People might notice, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you bury him in the basement of the inn?
Let's not travel underground again.
Bury him outside the back, if it's kind of like a secluded, kind of private kind of area at the back.
It's not at all. Yeah, there's buildings in all. There's the town center in front, and then there's buildings all the way around the back of it.
Well, we'll bury him in the back with everybody watching and not care.
Yeah.
We've seen worse.
I wonder what the reaction. I wonder what the reaction of these people would be if this
Exactly.
happens.
They'd
Just be like walking by,
it's
just
Tuesday.
like, all right.
Yeah, there's
Sucks what would happen to those guys.
there's 6 different businesses in view of the back of the inn, so you guys would know that.
Isn't there like a pallbearer or something like that? Or no? I'm not recalling someone that treats the dead. On
Mortician or something?
yeah,
Do look
mortician.
Let's see here. I don't think there was a mortician actually.
Okay.
I think the mortician was the eagles or the crows and the poles out there, right?
yeah, just the buyer set up in the town center.
I guess it'd be nothing to do to leave the bodies there. I mean,
Good idea. We could weekend in Bernie's the bodies outside the town and then bury them out in the outskirts.
We could, yeah. Take them to the lawyer's office, sign some papers.
perhaps the idea Ram comes up and says, perhaps the idea of burying the innocent upon the tree line will stop this demonic blood from the trees growing further within town. Maybe the blood of the people could stop the spread of the trees. As a sacrifice, perhaps.
I'll glance over them to Mallow to see if his reaction is to that.
I'm not sure. It might even help spread the growth, though, with their blood.
Yes, I guess it could go either way.
But it's one way to find out.
That's settled. We burn the inn down.
You guys just need to tell me what you're doing. That's all.
Alright, let's take the bodies. I'll grab the legs.
Should we satchel them first, perhaps in some potato bags or some meat sacks? How do they carry the meat in?
Good idea.
There would be lots of
I have an
sacks and
idea.
bags in the inn back rooms probably.
I have an idea for one of my favorite movies, which is we stack the bodies in the cellar, lock it, leave quietly one at a time, pretend none of this ever happened. I'm just joking.
So, putting the bodies in sacks, or what do you?
Yeah, sacks. Let's put them in sacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put them in some sacks.
So yeah, we look around, find some sacks, dig around the tables or behind the counter, and look for the food stores. Try to find sacks that's big enough. How many bodies are there?
There's the wife and the husband.
Okay, I guess we'll go ahead and sack them up, and I guess whoever has the most strength to carry them. I myself have a 7, -1. So I don't know how much I could carry myself.
9 here.
10.
I don't particularly want to carry dead bodies. Sorry.
I'll carry the dead bodies.
I love you guys, but I don't love you guys that much. Because they might
Bad.
be
If I have to, I'd go ahead and...
Carry drag.
Yeah, if you guys have to,
I love murdering.
Ramalzi would probably try for a little while and kind of get weak after a while. But you think
Right.
amongst the 3 of you, with Ash walking beside, you think that you can get out of town. So,
Does anybody in the town like spot us doing anything?
Well, that's a good question. Which way do you guys leave? There's the front of the inn that goes right to the town center. There is the back of the inn that still has people that could probably see you, but it probably would have less eyes to see you.
The back.
I do look around real quick, maybe outside of the building or through the windows if we have not stepped outside to see maybe if there is any chariot-like wheelbarrow carts, like, the kind of, if someone walks in front with the 2 handles, I don't know what they're called, 2 wheels and kind of like trunk area in the back. Maybe it can look like we're just hauling debris or something.
There are like some carts and things that are around town that are very extravagantly designed. They're like horse-drawn ones, but that's pretty much all you see.
Yeah, maybe if 2 of us on each handle could carry, we all 4, and unless Ash, I'm sure 3 of us can do it if Ash don't want to.
I'll carry a cart. I just don't want to carry a dead body.
Yeah. So if it's close enough, I'll go ahead and Ram suggests that we grab one of these carts here. Looking at the extravagance of them, he's unsure what it's used for, and perhaps that it might mislead the people if we're using them for other purposes. But with the sacks and maybe some debris on top, we might be able to disguise what we're doing.
So you're going to do some Grand Cart Auto or theft or Grand Theft Auto? I don't know. Grand Theft Cart. Okay. All right.
This is a lot better than carrying these bodies on our flesh.
So Ramalsi goes out and gets a cart, brings over, grabs the reins of the donkey, and brings it to the back of the inn.
I'll grin at him.
Stand out back and then knock on the back door, the secret knock. It's me, Ramelzi. Bring the bodies.
I'll stand out back and I'll look menacing at anybody who decides to give us a second glance.
Okay.
And they'll start tossing bodies on the back.
Okay.
Remember, guys, I'm the spooky one, so I'll meet anyone's gaze and basically make away from this area.
Nice. He's the deformed freak that scares everybody that looks at him.
Yeah, make him roll a check against intimidation.
The only people that look like they're looking out at you as you're doing this comes from Da Vinci's House of Pleasures. You'll see an elderly woman that is dressed in very fine silks. She's smoking something out of a pipe. She doesn't really react to what you're doing, but she just looks down.
How old does she look?
I think about 70.
Just out of curiosity. I wonder what she's smoking to keep her alive so long.
This town, holy crap, I don't know. It's probably a friggin' Terminator or something.
Another thing you guys will notice as you look around the town is that there has been some damage from the earthquake. Some buildings have cracks in the foundations. Some of the sections of the house have collapsed or crumbled. But pretty much everything is intact. Nothing completely fell down.
Yeah.
If you look out,
if
you look out in town, the town center, there is a sort of a crack that goes right down the center of town. There, it's probably about 2 feet wide.
Is it giving off anything? Perhaps glow, smell, smoke?
No, nothing like that. Just a crack.
I don't know if I even want to go down and look in the crack.
Yeah, I was going to say stay away from it if we see any kind of energy whatsoever.
It's just something you would have noticed if you're looking out the windows and stuff before you leave. So the plan is to just move through town and go on the outskirts somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay.
Might as well try and bury one next to one of those trees just to see what happens.
Well, if you head out the back, eventually you'll get to the lake. So you pretty much get through town with Ash giving some people some glares here and there. Let's see here. Ash, you do see that old woman, though, looking at you. The one from your dream. Except, her breasts aren't infested with maggots.
Okay, it's 48 on the map. That's the lake, right?
I don't think it actually has a number.
Yeah, I just seen like a kind of a cutout on the top right beneath the mountain tree line. It looks like a lake.
It could be a lake, but no, the lake isn't actually pictured on the map. It's
okay.
Off to the left side of the map, I guess. So you guys will get to the lake, and then eventually, if you walk around it, you'll get to some more woods, but that's where you're at the moment. The calm waters of the lake.
Yeah, watch out for any leeches.
Maybe we can weight the bodies and throw them into the lake. No response.
That's another way. Then I could find out if anything about my dream is true.
Yes.
I think I remember something about water. These little creatures, and Yeah, I guess we could do that.
Mm-hmm.
Just put them into the lakes. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we might not want to experiment too much with the tree lion and the demon blood.
As you
But,
guys are looking around and talking, you see a man who is hanging out with some ducks on the far side of the lake. Looks like he's feeding them.
Do I even want to know what he's feeding them?
I'll elf walk over.
You gonna walk around the lake?
I'm gonna do elf walking.
Yep.
Yeah, perhaps you should speak to the man over there, Ash. Maybe distract him while we weight these bodies into the lake.
Also,
Also,
attaching weights to the bags at this point.
Okay. Put some stones, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the side of the lake. That's fine. So, Ash, you want to describe your elf walking as you go over there?
Like it's just, for some reason, the wind's going one way, but it's still blowing my dress the opposite direction as I'm elf walking around the lake. I just, doing the whole walking against the wind slow motion crap. But
That's
for some
like-
reason,
that's like
running
the
as,
flip. Oh, go ahead.
it's going as fast as I run, though. So.
Okay. All right. So the man will look startled as you get over there quicker than he expected you to.
And do I notice what he's, could I perceive anything more of his situation,
Let's see
considering
here.
I'm closer than I was before?
Yeah. How much you roll under wisdom like that? D20.
I did not.
Yeah. Perhaps when you're getting over there, he seems like he stopped feeding them. Yeah. You didn't see what he was doing before. Hello?
The lake is closed.
What do you mean the lake is closed? I'm always here.
It's closed.
These are my
for
friends.
Renovations. Yeah, it's closed for renovations.
Renovations.
We're expanding the lake.
What, that new mayor, I guess, huh?
Exactly. Yeah, he wanted to do some irrigation or something. Not sure exactly. I'm just the surveyor. I'm not the contractor.
These are my ducks, though. You can't have them.
I don't want your ducks. You can take them with you.
I don't think they'll come with me, though. They like the lake.
Do what?
Don't feed my ducks anything.
Okay, I'll try not to.
You see him sort of look around at the piles of droppings on the ground real quick, and then he looks back at your face.
I just instinctively, I guess, look at the droppings as well, considering, that's usually what happens when somebody looks at something. You try to see what they're looking at.
Yeah, he just he looks like he's like trying not to, but he's like, you can see him sort of looking around the corner of his eye, like looking at the various piles of droppings, and he looks back at your face. Oh, okay. Is that all you have to tell me?
That's it, and I'll have your hand on it. And I reach my hand out to shake.
My hand on what? We didn't come to an agreement, did we?
When you were leaving and not coming back today.
Oh, sure. And he'll reach his hand out.
Okay. Anything strange about his hand at all?
It's covered in goose and duck shit. That's pretty much about it.
Nice. I shake his hand, and then I rub his hand over his hair on his head. We go,
Hey,
very much.
that was
This is
uncalled
just-
for. What the...
Oh no, I'm sorry. That's just the elven way of saying goodbye. I apologize.
He's trying to clean it off with the back of his hand. All right, I'll see you later. And he doesn't leave. He's just leaving.
I continue staring at him until he leaves. Sure, yeah.
He keeps staring at you until you leave.
Do what?
He's doing
Can
the
I-
exact same thing you are.
Can I see them at all from across the lake? I mean,
Yeah.
can I?
Yeah, you get this mental image of seeing Ash's eyes really up close, and then seeing this guy's eyes up real close, and they're both staring at each other, and then a tumbleweed rolls across.
Yeah, I can kind of see that he's not having luck, so I'm going to go ahead and walk over there. And as I'm walking, I'm mumbling a spell, which is the only spell I know that Ash reminded me of. And I'm just going to cast Forget on this old man to forget why he's even here.
Okay.
And if as long as that's the only person that I could see around, if I don't want nobody else seeing me, like it really matters at this point, I don't know, but
Okay, roll a d20.
so I say hi Forget Dalama. Sorry.
That's fine.
It's not the best spell roleplay there today, and that would be 14.
Okay. I didn't roll good on a save, so alright, so he sort of like looks around and he looks down at his hand and has like duck shit all over it, and he wipes off on the grass and
I say, hey,
gives Ash a weird look and
go home. You just told me that you were tired and needed some rest. You don't need to stand here any longer. Go ahead and leave.
yeah, why was I here? I don't even like lakes.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I think he was wandering around for no reason, perhaps boredom. But why don't you go get some rest? Perhaps go to the inn. They have some new additions to the place.
Oh, well. He looks at the lake and he looks at the elf and he looks at Ramalzi and he looks confused and he shrugs and just he starts walking to town, but he doesn't go towards the inn.
Okay, I guess I'm paying attention to see how far gone he is until he's out of sight.
Yeah, if you wait a while, he goes into town. You don't see him.
Okay, I'll wave my hand as go for it, drop the bodies, and as I'm doing that, I'm walking back around to Malo and Rehan.
It's at this point that Ash sees that one of the ducks relieves itself on the side of the lake, and there's something shiny and it's in the pile there.
Oh gosh. Alright, I've already had duck shit on my hand once today. I'll take a look.
Okay. If you go over to the small pile of duck shit, you see that there looks like there is a ruby inside the pile.
Ooh, ruby. Shiny. I'll pick it up.
You shake it a few times, get most of the stuff off of it. Yeah, it's a small ruby.
How odd. I'll rub it off. Rub off the whatever the remainder is with some sort of disposable hanky that I probably have, and
There's also the lake water there too.
yeah, I'll use the lake water as well. But I'll toss it to the side after I'm done with it. No need to keep it. Not the ruby. The ruby I'll keep. But I'm saying the other.
Another duck will crap out something.
What?
There's something shiny and it looks like two different piles.
These ducks, man. What are they eating?
Yeah, I guess I started walking away before the action happened, so I can't help you there, Ash.
There's more shiny stuff in the other piles.
Yeah, you start looking around. Some of the ducks are they're kind of waddling funny. They come up on the shore. And
Huh. Well, now it's more curious, so I'm going to leave.
okay.
Meanwhile, I'm throwing stones into the bags and tying them down.
That's my rule. Only one jewel from something's anus a day.
I'm helping right.
That's a good rule, man.
Yeah.
I've
If
adopted
anything at all, right?
So, what?
You guys head back over to the nefarious business of throwing corpses into the lake.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I'll be like, let's get this over with. Bigger problems ahead. Feeling kind of guilty about what I'm doing.
Alright, so you guys gonna just walk them in? Are you gonna push them in?
Just let me tell you, as an outsider, this is much better than putting him up on a on a beer and letting birds eat them.
Yeah.
You will see that there's a small fishing boat off in the distance on the, not near where the ducks were, but the other side of the lake, like around the other way.
How deep is the water from the shore? Is it like an immediate drop, or can we walk in?
It looks like it's just a gradual slope.
Okay. We should take him on the boat and just dump him into deeper water. We're acting like we killed these people and we're disposing the bodies.
Yeah.
That's how we're acting.
Well, in this town, it's like no matter if we killed or not, we'll probably be blamed for it anyway.
Yep.
Yep.
Especially considering how suspicious we are now.
Yep.
You'll see the ducks. They about 10 of them. I think it seems like it's all of them are swimming across the lake towards your location.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah. Whatever you do, don't feed the ducks. Now, we can throw the bodies in the water, they can eat the bodies, but we're not feeding them, we're just throwing the bodies in the water, so we're good.
Hopefully they sink. Rayhan, how you faring with the rocks? We made them heavy enough yet?
Yes, I think we are good to throw them in.
Alright. Then let's take the boat out and dump them.
Take it easy.
So who's gonna go out there on the boat? I take it not all of us with the bodies. That might be a little too heavy.
I've thrown bodies into the waters before. I can deal with it.
I'll help.
I'm kind of fearful for everybody that has to do this.
All right, so who's going to get the boat? Because unless you're dragging.
I'll grab
bodies.
it. I'll be fast.
All right, so Rayhan goes over there, and the fishing boat's turned upside down, and you go to push the right side up, and underneath is this very emaciated woman. She has like this, like she looks like she's probably about 6 feet tall, but she probably weighs about 40 pounds. She's sleeping. She has her head on this. Looks like it's like a wedding dress that's like old and decayed. And she's just wearing, just like a normal dress, I guess, that's sort of tattered and stained with mud on the bottom.
I want to do a preliminary check on her to see if, since she's so skinny, to see if she might be some sort of form of undead or anything like that. If there's any kind of breathing coming from her mouth, I'll check on her breath.
Okay, so you see her chest rising and falling. If you hold your hand in front of her mouth, she seems like she's asleep.
Right. I'll glance over to the group. I'm imagining I'm at somewhat of a distance. But I'll have one hand on my sword, and I'll give her this light nudge from my boot.
Oh, well, what? Is it morning already? Oh,
Does this boat belong to you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this your boat?
Yes.
I couldn't find my place I was supposed to lodge at. I just found my way here. The water looked so pretty last night.
Where are you from?
She sort of like gets up and you can see like her shoulder bones just jutting out of her skin. It looks like you could like rattle all of her ribs if you put your pointer finger out and went down. Another thing that you notice is when she sits up, her legs fall off. But you realize that they're not legs; they're just like fake, like prosthetic legs.
Okay. I glance at her. I'll keep my eyes kind of like on her face to make it less obvious that I noticed it.
Another thing too is when she actually wakes up and looks at you. There's something really disturbing about her face. It looks like her hair is permanently in place. Some sort of chemical perhaps has been used on it. There's like a permanent smile on her lips, but it doesn't look natural at all. It looks like just disturbing. Like something's been put underneath her skin to keep it that way. All of the teeth in her mouth have been removed.
Wow, scary.
I will kind of get closer down to her level, and
If you get closer down, she just reeks of like, I don't know, just rot, just old, disgusting.
Is there something I could do for you?
Do you know where the fashion show is?
I can take you into the town, but first I have to use my boat. What is your name?
Minerva. Major.
Minerva.
I was hired for showing off some fashions.
Well, you have a very interesting sense of fashion. Please wait here. I'll be right back.
She sort of caresses her chest as if she had something there, like sort of, like you kind of get in the back of your head that this is supposed to be like a sensual, like make you attracted to her kind of a move, but it obviously doesn't do that at all.
I will.
Her fingers sort of clatter over the rib cage in her chest.
I'll smile towards her, trying to fake a smile. I don't think she's evil in any way. I think that she's just a sad creature or a sad person. But I'll say to her, Minerva, could you just wait here on the shore? I have to drop 2 bodies into the water.
Well, I could get a little bit of a tan, I guess. I'm a bit pale.
So I'll.
She sort of like drags herself up, and like she has both of her legs like in her left hand, and she just grabbed the boots that they're attached to, and she's like sort of lurching, and just every time she moves, it looks like bones are sticking out of her.
So since I said I have 2 bodies to drop into the water, she didn't really react to it, right?
She looks like she wasn't really listening. She was just. She's looking up at the sun, saying something about getting a tan.
Alright, so I'll be dropping the I'll be, I guess. No, I wouldn't have brought the bodies with me, but I'll grab the boat, right, and I'll kind of move it over.
Like walk beside it, I guess. And so,
yeah.
Okay.
And push it towards the group. And, I'll basically tell them what I just saw. There's a woman that's falling apart. She's been living on the boat. I think there's something wrong with her mental faculties.
What's new?
It sounds like she fits in well with this town.
Perhaps.
It's probably the mayor's mom.
I'll give a very slow nod, but my face will look
I'm kidding.
somewhat disturbed.
As you guys are, putting the bodies in the boat, you see that she's undressing herself and lying in the sun on the beach.
Once the bodies are in the boat, I'll say, I don't know, what do you think? Do we help this woman or leave her to her strange ways?
I say let's get rid of these bodies as quick as possible and not be distracted by her. And then perhaps if you still feel the need to help this lady, we could do that after. And I say we take a vote after we get rid of the bodies.
Yes, I feel like I've been helping a lot of people. How many people does this boat have the capacity for?
Oh, you think you guys can all climb in there?
Okay. I'll look at the group as the boat is kind of like ready to be tossed off. Like, are we all jumping in?
Yep.
Real quick, how many feet, I guess, from the shore to the middle of the lake you would estimate?
It's probably about 100 yards to the center of the lake.
I'm just thinking that maybe one of us or 2 of us should stay, perhaps tie up the boat, safety line in a sense. There's no telling what this lake has to offer once we're in the middle and all 4 of us in the middle. I kind of shrug my head and go, I don't know.
Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. The ducks.
And the duckies close?
Yeah, the ducks are surrounding the boat at this point. Some of them are on the shore.
Ram says, "I'm sorry to complicate things more, but
Quack, quack, quack,
I think safety would be a good measure to follow in this town."
quack, 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 quack.
You got a point there. I'll go help Rayhan with the bodies.
So, how should we do this?
So you want to tie like a rope from the tip of the boat back to shore?
If it reaches, yeah. I'm unsure how much rope we have altogether.
I lost my rope in the previously. It's it's beneath the city.
Quack, quack, quack.
See, I got a thing of rope.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't grab anything at all besides I had a robe and a staff was all that's my possession.
So we tie the rope and set off. Let's do that.
Okay, as you guys push off, you'll see more shiny things in the duck poop that's on the ground.
One thing at a time, my friends.
Well, I guess while we're doing that, you should check out whatever is wrong with those ducks, Ramalzi.
All right. I'll try my best.
You'll see Minerva sort of put her arms behind her, so she'll lift her chest up and sort of like looks in your direction like she's trying to be attractive, but it's oh my goodness, it's so disgusting.
I'm not even trying to pay mine. I'm like, good Lord, I'm looking down at the duck poop, looking at the ducks flying around my head, looking at the boat and the rope. I guess we're both trying to hold the rope, or maybe one of us. You want to grab the rope, Ash, while I look at this poop?
Well, this is what's in them, and I'll just toss the gem to Ramalzi.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand how this is possible.
Yeah, you'll see what looks like a few diamonds, perhaps, a few emeralds, maybe a ruby here and there.
I recommend we just leave it alone.
Okay, yeah, let's concentrate on the safety of our colleagues here.
All right, so Rayhan's out in the boat. Who else is with you?
I'm going with Rayhan as well.
Mala's out there as well. Okay.
Yep.
So after you guys get out about 10 feet, the water seems to be pretty dark. It's hard to see past, maybe like a foot down. It's pretty murky. And it's quiet. You just hear, the occasional lapping of water against the hull. Sort of rocks left and then right as you guys are, you get the oars out and you're paddling out there.
So we aren't hearing the ducks anymore?
Some of the ducks are following after them, but most of them seem to be on the shore around Ramalzi.
I'm signaling, quick, do not faint, drop the bodies. Thinking causes problems.
Some of the ducks move closer to Ramalzi.
I'm shooing them. I'm like, get away. I'll be shitting on me. I put my hood up from my robe, protecting my I guess still bald head. Maybe a little from shaving it. I'm sure it's got a little scruff by now.
You'll see that Minerva has put on her fake legs and she's trying to walk in a attractive manner. Where she's at, she has her right hand on her hip. It's it's jutting out like 6 inches from where her skin meets her spine. Very spindly legs and skin sort of hanging off at places. And as she waves at the boat.
My God, what is that woman doing?
Hurry, drop those bodies. Let's get out of here.
So the boat gets to the center of the lake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it look deep?
You can see a few feet down there, but that's all you can tell. It's pretty murky.
Yeah.
I look over at Mallow and is it even worth it to say final words to them?
I suppose we probably should. They were actually decent folk.
At this point, you'll hear something scratching on the bottom of the boat.
Oh, Lord.
You hear that?
Shit.
Quick, let's dump these bodies and get the hell out of here.
Okay. Alright, we dump the bodies. Go, 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 go.
So, splash! Like, you dump out the bodies.
About the road.
They're gonna sink about 6 inches and then stop.
Oh, Lord.
Oh my god.
So you guys start, you're rowing, you look back, you're like, oh wait, they're not sinking.
I guess I'm pulling the rope, too, trying to speed it up, not realizing that bodies are not sinking from being on the shore.
I recommend not worrying about it.
Yeah, just leave the bodies.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Something scraping on the boat, the bottom of the boat again.
It's 6 inches, so we could probably stand up in this water then.
Maybe they're just afloat and the rocks wasn't heavy enough.
Yeah, maybe it's just rocks at the bottom of the boat. No, because it just suddenly happened. Shit.
Get the hell out of there. If y'all can, I don't think y'all can hear me.
So Ramalzi's pulling on the rope, right?
Yeah, I guess they couldn't hear me and I couldn't hear them.
You feel more resistance than you expect.
Oh.
I'll start using the oar to pedal, try to go quick at it.
Okay. Probably like the 4th time you put the oar down in the water, you can't pull it back out. There's something grabbing on the end of it.
So how long was this rope again?
I did say it was 100 yards out there, so.
Lord, I mean.
Yeah, we kind of messed that part up, but that's.
Well, as far as the rope could go, I figured that's only as far as they could go.
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll say that it's like, I don't know, 100-foot rope. We'll just say that's what it was.
Okay.
How taut is it?
It's pretty tight because Ramalzi's pulling on it.
Noticing intention, I kind of like wave and hysterically, like trying to signal that yes, there is a problem. It's hard to pull, and I guess I'm like whipping the rope, kind of like I can't pull it, and kind of sign languaging that the rope is harder to pull than expected.
Okay, I'm biting the bullet.
Yeah, come on, Ash, help me.
I'm gonna run the tightrope. Or not run.
Oh, okay. You're gonna run out there, huh?
So you're gonna elf walk on the rope? Is that the plan?
No. I'm actually gonna be slow, obviously, because tightrope walking. But yeah, I'm gonna attempt to walk back to shore on the rope.
Oh, you're in the boat too. I didn't realize you were.
Yeah, I'm confused about that as well.
Okay.
I thought I was on the boat.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. So you want to walk on the rope back to shore?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was going to help him pull on the rope. I mean, if I'm out on the shore, if everybody's understanding was I was on the shore, I'll help him pull the rope. But I'm just
you can go ahead and go with what you were.
Yeah.
What you would imagine.
What's your dexterity for your elf?
16, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, 16.
Why don't you roll a 14 or under to try to do that?
Oh gosh.
Also, as I noticed that he's doing that, as Ram notices that he's going to try to walk the rope, I'm going to sit down on my rear to get solid, footing, even though I'm on my rear, getting solid assing, and then
solid assing.
That way I won't, slip or fall from the weight of Ash trying to walk on it. So I'm still grabbing and I'm leaning back, almost like somebody on a huge ship that's rowing, and then when they row back, they kind of lay back to get that momentum. So I'm kind of pulling the rope like that.
So you're doing that. You're tightening the rope, and then you look over to Minerva, and she's doing jumping jacks.
I got an 11, so.
Oh, okay. So you'll see Ash. Once you describe it, you sort of walking on it, and.
Yeah, I walk on it, and in typical elf fashion, I don't even hold my arms out for balance or anything. Just walking across it. It looks rather awkward and strange, but.
Okay, you get about halfway to shore, and the weight of your body starts to push down on the rope, so you're actually walking in water at this point. probably about 6 inches down. But you're still like, you know what I mean? Like you're walking on the rope still, but it's just your weight has bent it in the center.
What I'm gonna, feeling that as well, I'm gonna try to dig my heels into the ground, because I take it I'm probably sliding a little bit as that rope bends, so I'm digging my heels into the ground, trying to prevent me from slipping the rope or sliding forward, trying my best. Should I take a strength check on that or anything?
Yeah, sure. Why don't you go ahead and do that?
I don't know. I guess that's the DM side of me, even though I don't run the games much, but I'm always thinking stuff like that.
Roll into strength.
To be fair, I guess. Oh, it was over.
All right. So at this point, Ash falls down to the water because the rope is no longer being held by.
As a player, I fooled myself thinking like a DM.
You get down about a foot though, and you sort of step on this spongy, givable sort of surface. It's almost like standing on a wet carpet, but it gives every time you put weight on it.
Run!
So you start running towards shore. So
best I can.
You guys on the boat, you see this happen. What are you trying to do here? Rayhan still has the oar that's sort of being held in place by something.
I'm thinking I'm probably pulling on the rope too to try and help pull us to shore, and watching Ash shaking my head as he's running through the water.
I'm probably stepping into the water trying to re-grab the rope at the same time.
Yeah, and if you step into the water and you walk out just a little ways, you feel that spongy sort of surface you think is there, but you look down, it just looks like murky water. Rayhan, that oar gets pulled like roughly out of your hands.
So it's a really strong grip, eh?
Yeah, something's grabbing hold of it, just pulled right out.
Do I see anything come out of the water, like a snout or anything like that? Like perhaps, I'm thinking, if my character has ever seen alligators or anything of the sort.
No, you don't see anything like that at all. It's really strange. You look down and it just looks like murky water. You'll hear a sort of pounding on the bottom of the boat now.
Are the ducks phased by this at all?
They're just sort of like swimming around in circles around the boat.
Are we making any progress to get to shore?
Some progress, but now Mallow's the only one that's has the oar. So.
What in the world?
And the bodies have been dropped, and the bodies are
they're sort of like half submerged.
Yeah.
So Ram's kind of summarizing that this lake is not deep at all. There's some type of spongy life form matter that's underneath. I'm just, I guess, saying that out loud. I'm just trying to summarize. I'm trying to grab the rope. I'm stepping on the spongy matter. I'm trying to retighten the rope with all my strength, if I was able to grab it.
You can grab it up again, but you had to go probably into the water to get it because it got pushed down by Ash. But at this point, Ash probably gets to the shore.
I'm gonna hold the rope with one hand and grab and pull my staff out of my. I guess I usually stick it in where my like a robe, almost like a kung fu belt, but it's just like a piece of cloth that acts as a belt that I tie. I pull it out and I kind of push down on the sponge just to see if there's any effect. If it moves, if it, kind of violently stab down on it with the bottom of my staff.
Okay, so if Ramalzi starts stabbing the water, Ash, you're now on the surface, on the shore, and this is when the boat violently heaves upwards about 10 feet into the air,
Oh shit.
Alright, so Mallow and Rayhan, why don't you can roll either under strength or dex, whichever's higher. Try to just hold on to the boat, unless you just want to go flying.
I don't want to. Oh shit. Man, I am horrible at rolls. I got a 20.
Oh boy.
So Rayhan just like tumbles head over heels up into the air off the top of the boat. It looked like the surface of the water just bulged up, and there was this like sort of dark brown, like smooth mass that did it. Almost like just a giant flat thing that just bubbled up in that one section. How about Mallow?
I didn't make a roll because I'm just gonna go flying because I was just getting ready to go ahead and just jump ship and trying to swim for shore. So.
Okay, so both Rayhan and Mallow go flying up into the air. They'll land sort of roughly on the water, and they only sink down about 6 inches. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just roll d4. You both take 2, just from the rough landing.
Okay, so how submerged are we? 6? Just
6 inches, yeah. It's almost like you landed into like a giant wet carpet that was just under the surface of the water. But it's sort of it's undulating beneath you.
I'm scrambling to get the hell out of there.
What the hell is up with these ducks? They got something to do with this. I know it.
Yeah, let's run it.
Yeah.
Running it to shore. Taking ducks out of our way as we run. Get out of here, you damn ducks.
Alright, so whenever you kick one of the ducks, the surface that you're running on goes down about 4 feet, and you just splash, you get a big mouthful of like murky water into your mouth.
Ooh.
Really?
But you can climb over the, up the slope, I guess, as it were, underneath the water, and you can continue to run.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll avoid kicking ducks now.
Yeah. Run!
Yeah. So do we get to the other side?
Yeah, eventually you will make it to the shore.
Okay. Is it possible to grab a duck?
Sure, you can grab a duck if you want. They're just sort of walking around and swimming around. And
I'll grab a duck.
Who knows how to talk to ducks?
I'll look at the duck in the eyes.
Pretty much just shits all over Rayhan's legs and feet.
Any sparkly stuff coming out of him?
Yeah, there's probably an emerald in there.
Okay, I'll surprised as hell. I'll reach for the emerald.
Being kind of starting to try to put things together, I do. I guess seeing all that happen, I do step back further to shore out of the little bit of the bank that I stepped in. But I take a closer inspection to where the water starts, and then trying to see where that spongy type material starts. And I actually I'm investigating that spongy material to see if there's anything sparkly within it.
If you're sort of prodding with your stick, it seems like there's nothing for about maybe 2 feet out. But then that whatever it is just underneath the surface, and it has the appearance of muddy water, but it's obviously something. If you picture like a translucent jellyfish, maybe.
Is it thin enough to where I could stick where it starts? I could stick my staff underneath it and kind of like prod it up, like if it was.
Yeah, it's sort of like you get the feeling that it's probably about 4 inches thick. But you do pry it up, but then it sort of slides back into the water away from your staff.
Okay. So it is separate from the ground. The lake is deeper, but this is almost like a carpet material, I guess. Some living sponge that's covering the whole lake. I'm just trying to see if there was any basically my thought was that there's emeralds and diamonds stuck within this matter, and the ducks would go and pluck at it and eat it, and then accidentally eat the emeralds and shit them out.
No, you don't see any emeralds or
okay.
So as I'm holding up this emerald, right? Was it an emerald?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'll Have I seen the? Was I aware of previously the ducks shitting anything out? Or was this the first time I see it?
I don't think you went over to where the ducks were before, but
I'll say, look at this.
What?
There is wealth in these ducks.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, perhaps. Oh wow.
That explains the old man's work here.
So perhaps we should get some cages and cage him up.
I'll grin at you, and then I'll pat myself down since my bag got lost and say, any of you bring any rations? We should throw food out just past the shore.
Promised I would not feed these ducks, so I will not feed these ducks. You can feed these ducks, because technically it's a loophole.
There's obviously plenty of gems to be had upon the shore itself without even messing with the ducks.
yeah, if Rayhan then starts looking around, you'll see little piles of duck shit everywhere, and probably like 1 in 3 has some sort of gem in it.
Yeah, I'm going for it. I'm looking through shit. Now, are these gems of the same type, or are they of different types?
Like I said, there's a few diamonds, there's some rubies here and there, emeralds. It seems like those are the 3 that are most popular.
Okay.
Maybe we'll find an opal every once in a while.
I will kind of tilt my head at these findings and kind of, hold up the various type of gems.
You'll also notice that they're cut. They're not like raw gems. Someone cut these.
Okay, out of character mechanical question. Now, I was trying to roleplay forgetting my spells, but slowly coming back. In other games I play, usually detect magic and read magic are like given. You don't have to memorize those.
That's fine.
Is that the case here, or
you have the old man spell book? So I mean,
okay. I just feel like I haven't had a chance to like look at them, and
you really haven't. But
yeah.
But if you want to just sit down on an area of the beach doesn't have duck shit on it and look at your book, you could do that.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to do that real quick and try to remember what I know about detect magic.
Okay.
And attempt when that little section of time has passed, attempt to try to detect magic on some of these gems.
Okay. Just roll d20 again.
Okay. 8.
All right, you're fine.
Cool.
So they don't seem to be magical at all.
Okay. These gems do not seem to have any magical properties, so I believe we're safe to harvest them, if that's the correct word.
I tossed the duck butt ruby to Ramalzi and go, yeah, you can have the duck butt gems. I'm okay.
I'll take one just for investigational purposes. But we'll leave Rayhan to the greed.
Yes, I will be taking everyone that I find that others don't.
All right.
The cops.
If you stay around and just wait for the ducks to relieve themselves and you throw out some food for them, you'll collect 10 rubies, 2 diamonds, and 5 emeralds, and 1 opal.
Now, is it possible to also watch these ducks as I'm collecting it just to see where it is that they're going to eat?
It doesn't seem like they're eating anything. It seems like they're... I don't know. They just even the food you throw down, they don't eat. You kind of get the feeling that they're full.
And does Ramalzi's detect magic pick up anything on the ducks themselves?
The ducks don't seem magical at all. I guess you just you probably have to cast it again, but I'll just give it to you. They don't seem magical. They seem like normal ducks.
I'll head over to the woman with these, trying to connect the dots.
Okay, when you're walking over to her, you see that she's pleasuring herself on the beach at this point.
Wonderful.
She's found an old stick and she's using it rather profusely.
I don't mean to interrupt.
I thought you'd be back.
Lucky you.
see
Do you know
anything?
anything of this? And I'll show her the gems. Look what I found. Do they look familiar to you?
Oh, are these for me?
No, they're not.
Are you going to give these to me to have your way with me? I accept. She'll sort of lurch over to you, and like her legs are like not working correctly because she has these prosthetic legs that seem like the wrong size.
I'll smile at her and just shake my head. I'll say, no, I thought perhaps you lost these in the water. What's the last memory that you have? And I'll say this as I'm trying to take her back to the group.
Oh, my. Oh, I'm getting a lot of feedback. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. I think we lost Meta.
Yeah, I got back there. I think
Okay.
somebody that re-added me. I don't know if that messed it up.
Hold on. Okay, I think it's better now.
Okay.
Check 1 2.
Okay. Sorry about that.
All good.
So he's asking what her last memory was. Oh well, my manager told me to come into town this day. I come in probably every few weeks for the fashion show. I just his door was locked and he didn't let me in, so I found my way to the lake. And you notice that she didn't, like, when you're bringing her with you, she just totally left her clothes behind. She's not putting them back on.
Okay.
So,
I just, like, out of character, I just want Ramelza to cast Detect Magic on her just to see if she's, like, ridiculous. But I wouldn't know how to express
Then we
that.
throw her in the lake.
Okay.
I wouldn't know how to express that, but...
My hands move around in a exotic fashion, and you hear the words, "Hi, I'm Shilama," and then I try to see if there's any magic here on her.
Okay. Just roll d20. See if you mess it up.
That was a roll on a 1.
Oh, you rolled a 1.
Yep.
Oh, man. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, this is the first time I've made it through how many games? 13 sessions without messing up yet, or hitting a 1 in 20.
Let's see. Where's the magic? Okay. Would you like Aaron to roll a d30? Or you want me to roll a d30?
It doesn't matter.
Oops, sorry. My bad. Who you want to roll it?
It doesn't matter, man. It's all a random.
Go ahead, Aaron. I roll enough dice.
All right. 16.
16. Okay. Caster can't cast any spells for the rest of the day.
Ooh, that's not too bad. I didn't remember much anyway. I was slowly trying to roleplay my memory of them.
Yeah, you
That's
just
not too bad.
you sort of feel this like pain in your head, and that place that magic resides just feels empty.
Yeah, you see me right after I cast that spell. You see this horrible look on my face of sheer pain, and my hands just go straight to my face, and I'm just like, oh.
Oh, is he all right? And at this point, she's like caressing her left nipple.
I'll take a step behind her, and
Ooh, I like it back there.
I'll knock her out.
Okay.
Do I have to roll anything, or is it just?
Oh,
like
you
knock
got.
her out?
Let's see here. You got sneak attack. No, you can just knock her out. You know.
And I look at the group and I'll
Oh.
What's our next step? Back to town. Leave this woman with someone to care for her.
Yeah, maybe we should take her to the mayor's office, let him deal with her.
Good idea.
It's his mom, after all.
I kind of, within my pain, I hear what you're saying, and I go, I believe she's an abomination anyway. Is she even human? That's
Check the sword.
I'll,
I tried to.
okay.
She's not a child of the demons. As he pulled the sword out, nothing happens.
No.
There's always the old witch test. We got a lake. I mean,
That's true. Let's see if we can. Let's see if she floats.
basically.
So you throw her out in the lake, and
No.
she,
No.
Tim will do it. You say it too much. Before you know it.
All right. Let's bring her back to the town.
all right, the stick falls out of her as you carry her back.
Oh,
Nice. Poor woman. Who wants to carry her legs?
Not it.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm not even. Ram's not even concerned with her. His pain and his head and thinking that the lady has nothing natural about her. Looking at Rayhan like, are you sure?
I expressed to you a story that I'm not going to put into character words of young men taking ugly women to the prom, making them up, and then they become the prom queen. And then I look over to the messed up chick. Out of character, of course. I'm not saying this. But
She seems to be happy with what she was doing. So.
let's just bring her to a healer.
Yeah, I won't resist.
Maybe she has a parasite of some sort. Who knows? She has been sleeping near the water the whole time.
We still have that cart. If she's too disfigured to want to carry or touch.
Yeah, she's on the cart now. Boom. And let's bring her back to town.
All right, so you guys throw on the carts and bring her back to town. You'll start to see some of the militiamen. Look like they're actually trying to repair some of the damage that's been done to the town. And you see somebody new. You see the Roger, the guy who was the tinkerer, who had all the contraptions and stuff that you guys had rescued, and
Cyborg.
yeah, he's the guy that had metal contraptions and gears and so forth on his body. He's covered himself up now. He looks like a normal person, but he seems like he is taking part in the militia. Maybe he has taken on a more commanding presence within it.
Awesome.
And he's pointing out cracks and giving him various tools and telling him how to mix up the things to fix the cracks and so forth.
I'll wave him over to us, and as I do that, I'll say to the group, maybe he can get her some better legs.
Oh, yeah. That's an idea.
You there? No, on the left. Yeah, fix that crack right there. Oh, it's Rayhan, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Hey, look what we have here. Gesture to naked woman.
Oh, where did you find that, babe?
You like her, huh?
Oh, man. Did you knock her out? What?
Yes.
He sort of throws you an elbow. You got a model, eh? Nice.
Thinking he's being sarcastic, I'll just grin at him briefly, and I'll say, yes, found her along the side of the water. I think she needs new legs.
Oh, I guess, she has some fake ones, huh? Some guys really go for that sort of thing.
Hey, do you?
Yeah.
Hey, you're not married, are you?
No, but, the top half of her's, whew, she's smoking.
Hey, how about it? I'll give him a nudge back. You want to take her off my hands?
How about it? That's the quote of the day right there.
So now we're upgrading to slavery and human trafficking. That's good. Good direction this campaign's going, Tim. Good job.
So, doesn't she have a show later on today?
I'm not sure, but she seems to be quite attached to fine gentlemen. Luckily, yourself. I'm
Well,
sure
is
you
she
can.
sleeping, or what's going on with her? He sort of moves over towards her, and did you strip her naked before you brought her? What?
Oh no, she was going. How do you say it? Where you people are from? She went downtown and uptown on herself.
Ah, you got a Randy wench here, huh? Oh, I see.
All around town.
Well, I could hold on to her, I guess, until she wakes up.
That would be perfect.
He sort of just like, throws her over his shoulder, which is kind of like throwing a bag of bones over your shoulder. Can you throw those legs over this way?
Here. Okay. Where's the right one? There's. I'll hand them both legs.
He sort of has like gleam in his eyes. He's like looking at her, and you actually see some of the militiamen are sort of looking over in his direction, with a sort of envious look on their faces.
Interesting.
Lucky bastard. And then they start fixing the cracks up.
I'll just very slowly nod. Have fun, I suppose.
Well, we'll see when she wakes up. I'm not that sort.
Of course. No, I wasn't suggesting that, but.
Hey, we've graduated to rape there, Tim.
Oh, it's a Lamentations game. I'm just going with it. So,
I'm sure you will give her a proper respect and the help she needs with her legs.
So, well, when I'll find out about the show, find out what time it is, so she can get prettied up.
Mm.
All right.
Yeah, she's gonna need some beauty sleep. 2,000 years.
But she's perfect. What are you talking about? Look at the way those curves on her. See that curve on her hip bone right there? And you look.
I was just joking.
I'm sure it's quite lovely.
Who was it that we were going to go see? The Alchemist, right?
Yes, we should go there right now.
Good plan.
Yep. You see me actually pay attention for the first time out of all this and agree with Malo. I say we did our deed here today. Rayon, you should be proud of yourself. We should move on, I say. To the Alchemist.
Let's go to the Alchemist.
Alright, so you guys head up to the mayor's place. This time the steward isn't in, so you don't have to worry about him. But you go inside, and Rupert's sitting at his desk. You'll see his pants hanging from the clothes rack on the side.
I'll look to him, grinning a bit again, and I'll say, "Getting ready for the fashion show, are you?"
I don't know what's easier to look at, the lady we found or Rupert here.
Well, Rupert at least has the desk in front of him, so
Yeah.
you don't have to see all the sun and stars. But
Well, then that makes your imagination go to weird places.
boys, it seems like you're back. How are you doing? What's going on?
How is the creature we left with you? Have you been studying it?
Oh yes, that little white thing. Didn't really find out too much. I kept poking and prodding it, but didn't really make any noises or anything.
I'll sink my shoulders and kind of like walk to the side of the desk and say, "What's this guy's name again?"
Rupert Irving.
Okay. Rupert, I'm disappointed. I thought you would be on top of this.
Well, there's been the whole earthquake thing, and the crack in the town center there, and buildings
yes,
are falling
Rupert,
down. And
But this is so important, Rupert. And what are you doing behind that desk, anyway?
well, I'm looking at papers and stuff.
Well, show me the papers.
He shows you the papers about various supplies that are coming into the town. There's some notes from the banker talking about interest and loans.
I will shoot him like this, stare, this serial killer glare at his face. my face being like distorted and a little red from that troll blood.
Yeah.
And I will say to him, "Get out a fresh piece of paper now."
I don't like your tone, but okay.
On top of it, write priorities.
That's my man, Rayhan.
He like scratches himself and gets out a new piece of paper. Priorities. Okay, sure.
Okay, write down number 1.
Number 1.
Okay, write down white creature. Find out how to get rid of the trees outside of town. Underline it 3 times.
I wrote it too. Okay, well, I'll underline it twice.
An extra line, please.
Okay, I'll squeeze it in. Oh, it's kind of over top of that second line, but all right, it's in there.
You have to understand, Rupert, your daily routine of running this town will not be important if these creatures come within the town.
You don't understand that the HOME ladies, they're just always up my ass talking about this, and the morals of the young girls are going out the window, and then you got all the bankers complaining, and interest rate this, and
You got to think past. You got to think the bigger picture, the future, the long run. These things will all come to a stop, even though that might be a chance for relief. But you would have a greater problem that would stop all these matters of your town. Far as we know, these trees are growing probably at a quicker rate than we estimate. And before you know it, you will have to deal with these white creatures when it's too late.
so
This is a matter of immediate importance.
other than poking and prodding, you want me to cut it apart and see what's inside of it? Like, what do you want me to do?
You are an alchemist, are you not? You have alchemist training.
I could dip it in some various liquids and see what happens.
There we go.
Try to take your training of chemicals and reactions and see if you can find what this creature is even made of. Perhaps that's a start. Is it magical? Is it an animated insect program to do this task of invading your city or whatever? You should have some knowledge. Perhaps a book that you have forgotten about.
Oh, well, all right. I guess you do say that this is pretty like dangerous for the town.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll start working on that.
Okay. And
Like this, you're talking about priorities. That stupid fashion shows tonight, and all the ladies are talking about it. And they're supposed to get some high class model coming from somewhere else. I don't know. She's supposed to have some special place set up. I don't even do that yet. But okay, fruit creatures. Okay, fruit creatures. I'll work on that.
Yes, and I'll look to the group and I'll say, are there any other priorities he should be dealing with at this moment?
He'll stand up and look out his window.
No one's worried about the big sea monster, huh? Yeah. Okay.
Wait. Yes, about that.
Like,
What do you know about? There's supposedly not supposedly. There's something in the water.
Oh,
What is it?
in the water? You mean like the protector?
Ah.
Okay. All right. So he leaves you alone.
Oh yeah, for the most part. We just don't go in the lake.
I pull out my ruby and I say, what do you make of ducks producing rubies?
What?
Yes, this comes out of the duck shit. See this ruby here?
Wait a minute.
They're scattered upon the lake.
You're saying that the ducks shoot out rubies?
Yes.
Oh.
You have no knowledge of this?
No. He goes over and puts his pants on.
I'm
I'm gonna go deal with those fruit creatures. And he starts putting his shoes on and heading out the door.
Wait.
I follow him.
Being an alchemist that probably uses the powder of gems, you should be aware of this. I am sure, if at least for the profits of your craft.
Well, I'll have to go get one then.
Well, here's one right here.
Oh.
Then perhaps even you can have this ruby. If
wow.
that would increase your riches here, and I'm sure there's a lot more for you to obtain. It'd be nice to understand why this is happening.
Yeah, you leave that duck right here. Sure, I got that fruit creature in the closet over there. I'll start looking at it.
Okay. And, be careful of the wandering troll.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, no one remembers
I
that
thought you
either.
guys killed that thing a while back.
There is another one that came to see us.
So yeah, that is another problem. The source of the trolls. We have no idea where this is coming from. And you might, I noticed that the inn is now empty. Nobody's serving the people. Perhaps you should hire somebody to run the inn.
What do you mean the inn's empty?
Last time we went there, seems nobody to be there to serve us. So that might be something you should look into as well.
The Diggles aren't there any longer. So maybe they got tired of it.
I have no idea.
That is very likely the case.
All right. So he goes in the closet and pulls out the white creature, and it looks like it's about twice the size that it was when he brought it out of the forest.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
It's actually kind of like smashed in the cage.
So it looks dead, smashed.
Well, no, it's just like it's filling up more of the open space in the cage.
What is it now, like cat sized?
I think I said it was like 6 inches before. It's probably like 12 inches tall. So yeah, I guess
Pretty
size.
big.
It's
As I look at it, do I notice like any physical elements like legs, arms, eyes, or is it just like white fluff or something?
Well, they're sort of humanoid in appearance. They have what could be considered a head, 2 arms, and 2 legs, but there really is no distinct features. It's very smooth white. You wouldn't even consider it skin. It's like I don't know.
It's like transparent.
Yeah, it's translucent, I guess.
Okay.
I'll stare at the creature and I'll just to see if this works. I'll just say, do you understand us?
It doesn't really seem to respond at all.
Okay, sure.
Is it evil, I wonder?
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. It does have the sharp little fingers and claws on the end of its hands. I forgot.
Malo sound like you might be on to something. Perhaps you could clarify that for us.
Yeah. I'll take out a pinch of my some ashes and sprinkle it over the top of the creature. And I'll call upon Vex. Vex, show the true intent of this creature as I cast Detect Evil on it.
Okay, you cast that spell. It definitely comes back as evil, but the interesting thing is every little ashy piece that you sprinkle on it just sort of like melts right through it. It starts to shake violently. It almost looks like you shot it with a shotgun. Like all those pieces of ash that fell on its head, it just went right down through it, right through all of its the torso, out of its legs, and it seems like it's not making any noise, but it's writhing a lot and bumping into the sides of the cage.
Wow.
So, Rupert, is Rupert still in the room?
He is, yeah.
Okay, Rupert, obviously you have a great evil surrounding your whole town. Probably hundreds of thousands of these little creatures. Who knows?
What did you sprinkle on that?
Some of the ashes that I use in my divine casting and prayers.
What kind of ashes are they?
I take little lacerations of my flesh and burn it at night.
Oh.
It's a great sacrifice for him to bring us this knowledge of these creatures.
So you're saying we need to burn people and then sprinkle the ashes around the town?
No.
I don't know if that will work.
Because I know a few people around this place I want to burn. Fucking assholes. Holy shit.
Can
Can I throw you guys, well, you want this ruby back? Maybe you can go collect all the assholes and we'll burn them?
I don't think assholes is the big problem here. Attitude is one thing, evil is another.
Oh no, it's assholes.
The question is, Rupert, what are you trying to achieve in this town? What is your greatest task?
What am I trying to achieve? Well, I cut taxes already. That went over really well. All the business people like that.
So the fallen buildings, have they been rebuilt?
The militia's out there that, the one guy, what the hell's his name? Roger. Yeah, he's been helping out a lot. He seems like a pretty good dude.
Roger, what can you tell us about him?
Well, just, I don't know. He seemed to really appreciate you guys pulling him out of the wreckage, and he said he's kind of just been sitting back watching for a long time, and now he feels like he needs to do something.
Perhaps we'll speak with him, see what his interests are into keeping this town up going.
Well, you guys just did talk to him, Jeremiah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, you gave off, you gave him the model. So,
Oh, that's right, okay.
yeah, that's all right.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
I didn't catch that name.
Yeah.
Rupert, do you have an extra piece of parchment and a candle?
Parchment and a candle. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I can get you some of that. Oh, why? You gonna burn some more of your flesh or something, or what are you doing?
No, let's just burn a piece of paper and make some ash. I'm just curious. We'll sprinkle just some normal ash on the creature.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Here's a lit candle. Here's some parchment.
All right. So I'll light it on fire and try and collect the ashes up. And then take it and sprinkle that over the creature, see if that has any effect on it.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to have any effect at all. Telling you, just burn some assholes. We'll get lots of ashes that way.
Are you implying my friend is an asshole?
What's that? I didn't quite catch that.
Are you implying my friend is an asshole?
Oh, well, yeah, I guess I didn't mean to say that. Oh, I'm sorry. He looks sort of mortified now. He's like, oh, no, I didn't mean that, but,
How much of the history of this town do you know? Has there been any outside enemy that's known to want to interfere with the town here, or perhaps level it or take over it?
no, not that I know about. There's a king that we supposedly paid taxes to, but he's never been here. I don't think we have anybody that doesn't like us.
Trying to understand the source of these white creatures is difficult. Perhaps we had to have to dispatch of the source instead of the creatures as a whole. I look it back to my party, and I'm rather lost in how we should approach these white creatures.
Well, I mean, if assholes, aren't going to work, then I guess we got to burn this guy. And he looks straight at Mallow.
No.
That won't be happening. So who are these assholes you speak of?
Oh, hell, just walk down the street and grab any of them. Fucking everywhere.
So you're saying
you're an asshole too?
Oh, well, no, I'm kind of a jerk sometimes, but...
Well, we can't just...
I don't know, all those... Hell, I think every woman in this town's fucking crazy. You can start there.
I agree with that one.
Something will click in my head and I'll say, oh yes, before we forget, there was a giant turtle living underneath this town.
What?
With an army of skinless children to adults.
What are you saying? It doesn't make any sense.
Well, listen,
Are you smoking something?
Give me a chance to finish. What was her name? What was her title? She helped birth children.
Midwife.
The midwife?
Yes. Well, ends up that she was not a good person, and she was giving these kids to this demon that lived beneath the city.
Wait a minute. It doesn't make any sense. She gives birth. She helps out with the birth of all the children in the town, pretty much.
Well, yes, but beneath this town there are many passageways with flesh that covers them, and there are ghosts, many haunted, and there was this giant turtle that we had destroyed. He wanted to, I believe, killed a lot of you. And there might also be a portal that's growing down there. Just
Wait,
just so that you are aware.
so, I don't understand. You're saying the midwife was killing all kinds of kids?
I think so, unless I'm mistaken. Oh.
I don't understand though. She gives birth to kids all the time.
Yes.
Yeah, like kids come out, they're not dead, they're alive. What do you mean?
Oh,
No,
wait.
she's taking real kids and she's replacing them with demons.
So
Yes.
you're saying the town that doesn't demon kids? That doesn't sound right.
The question is, how does all this relate to the white creatures? Perhaps the white creatures are attracted to this town because of that great evil. Maybe it's two evils pinned against each other. I do not know, but it seems like that was the greatest energy source in this town was the giant turtle and all of the things that go with that we had found, the children. I'm trying to connect those two together.
As you're talking, you guys all hear this sort of noise, and the white fruit creature just sort of shatters like eggshells and falls through the cracks in the cage it was in and just fall and clatter on the floor.
I speedily collect the pieces. On this creature.
I think you killed it with your non-asshole flesh ashes.
Well, there's plenty more.
Yeah.
Once I collected it, I'll set it on the table, and I'll say, "Well, listen to me. I think I might have uncovered, or I think we might have discovered why this place is as unfortunate as it is. If this midwife was collecting children for so many years, how many years has it been?" And I'll look at the mayor.
Oh man, she gave birth to me.
Oh.
Well, she didn't give birth to me, but she was there when my mom had me. Like, geez, I'm 34.
Has your population ever risen to extreme numbers? Do you have a number of how many people lived here, and has it grown?
It stays pretty consistent. It's probably about 3,000 people.
Well, let me tell you this then.
Wait a minute. So you're saying I'm a demon child?
I'm saying that you probably are, yes.
Wait, what? It doesn't make it. Wait, I'm not evil.
Well, listen. Every place that I have been, the population of a town might have maybe 1, 2, perhaps 3 people that exhibit qualities that we have seen in the vast majority of people in this place. Clearly there is something wrong, and since it is not, it might not be the way you have been raised, but probably the way you have been born.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the reason there's so many assholes in this place is because we're not human?
Pretty much.
Oh, that's pretty heavy.
So how does
understand
it
how
feel
weight
to be an
factors into
asshole?
it.
I'm sorry. Well, why don't you go first, Aaron? What'd you say?
I was going to say I don't understand how weight factors into it, but okay. Moving on.
What were we gonna say, Keith?
I was asking him how does it feel to be an asshole demon?
What asshole?
Better.
I'm an asshole demon. What? Go ahead.
Say that again, Keith, a little bit louder.
I'm gonna ask Rupert.
Oh, okay.
So how does it feel to be an asshole demon?
Oh man, I don't feel any different. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Ramelzi, you remember that scene down in the sarcophagus room when if you inscribe that thing on the ground, the demon could not cross it, could not harm you. So that might be something that pops into your head at this point.
Okay. Yes, I'm going to try something real quick. If my memory serves me well, I'm going to make a circle. And Rupert, I want to ask you to try to walk into this circle.
Oh.
Right now, just don't ask me why, but this will help a lot.
Oh, okay. Sure.
And it's something simple. It's nothing too extravagant here. So I say clear the area, and I step back and push anything out of the way that might obscure the circle.
Yeah, you slide the desks over the chairs and so forth.
Yeah, and let's see. I don't really have much on me, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it the full-blown way that I was originally taught, which with my own blood.
Okay.
So I
Holy crap! What's this guy?
I ask for a dagger. I say, please pass me a dagger. Perhaps Mallow, would you have one?
Yeah, here you go.
If you don't mind. And I cut part of my arm.
Wow, so I might be an asshole demon. Holy hell!
Just be quiet. I need to concentrate.
Oh,
just
sorry.
settle down for a second.
Sorry.
And, yeah, as the blood comes out of my arm a little bit, I put two of my fingers in it, and as just like paint, I draw this circle, draw this somewhat star with, I don't know, I'll say 7 points just to be original.
Okay.
And you hear me chant a few words, and sounding really dark and almost like the words themselves bring a coldness across everybody, almost like a chill, not wind at all in the skin, just a chill, inner chill. And then I say, and I step back and catch my breath. Now, Rupert, I want you to try to enter this circle, and this will tell us if you have demon blood within you. Perhaps you are human, and who knows? Maybe you have been misled. But this is the quickest way I can find out to see what your origins are.
So he shrugs and he walks forward and goes to step in it, and then it's almost like someone punches him in the face. He just like falls backwards.
Well, there you have it.
What?
You're an asshole.
Holy shit! I'm an asshole.
Yeah, this is a ward against demon blood. Let's say demon life, and it seems like you cannot enter it, my friend. It's a protection circle to protect one from demons coming at them.
Ramelzi might also know that it might protect you also from like just things not of this world. You know, like demons are probably the number one thing, but it might be something else. But yeah, he's definitely not human.
Protection of evil from the unnatural kind, I would say. If you're not a demon, you're definitely unnatural. You are not meant to be. I know that might be heaven for you, guy, but seems to be the truth of the matter. And perhaps everybody that lives in this town shares the same life, unnatural life as you.
Oh man, that's messed up.
Mm-hmm. We've been serving the unnatural the whole time.
Is that...
Not very far-fetched, honestly.
It's almost common sense, but it was hard for us to believe at first. Never experienced a town like this.
I'll say, do you still want to live knowing that you live such an unnatural life?
Oh, I don't, like I said, I don't feel any different. I mean, I think I'm still myself. I just, I don't want to die.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I've done good things here, haven't I? I don't know.
I'm not saying a natural life cannot do the will of good.
He looks a little bit nervous now. He's like looking over at your swords and things like that.
My murder desire to murder him is rising slowly.
Must murder him.
And Ash, I think some of your earlier ideas about this town might be what needs to be done. Not speaking what you said, but hopefully you remember about the leveling and the firing of the town.
Yeah, there are some people that we know are good for certain.
Well, they do good.
No. There are some people that we can call on that will do a lot of good here. And I think you know who I'm talking about, or what I'm talking about. The Knights, remember when we first came here, all those days ago, and there was that knight who is now dead, unfortunately.
Yeah, but they were assholes too.
Yeah, but they were perhaps full-blooded human, and maybe they were onto something that we wasn't at the time. I think they might have known.
If
You
we
want me
leave
to
this place,
send a message to him?
well, because Ash and Mallow weren't here when the knights were. They were fairly tyrannical in keeping this town under their control, and they would do a lot of punishments for people that were out of line. At first we thought that they were evil themselves, but they were not. But since we know that this entire place is unnatural and evil, I think it might alleviate some of our problems if we were to call on them.
Perhaps that. Go ahead.
And they might even have an understanding of these trees.
Well, just to prove that you guys shouldn't kill me, I'll send a message off to them. But I like you guys. You're not gonna kill me, are you?
We're not attending that, but I agree with Rayhan. Perhaps the knights were here to keep control of the unnatural bloodline, but also let ones live that did the will of good. So I believe there was a balance here that we might have disrupted, not understanding this type of living and unnatural life. We probably have disrupted the balance. I kind of feel, I kind of step back, and think like, wow, my whole concept of right and wrong has just been blown away. And kind of accept the idea of probably balance with violence for the first time.
Well, do you guys have any parting words for today's session? We're a little bit after 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Guess we should probably wrap up there.
Okay. So he's going to write a letter to the knights?
Yeah.
Is that what we agreed on?
Yeah, he's going to write a letter to the knights, tell them to come to the town to talk to you guys, I guess.
And you said he's going to make special punch for the fashion show? Kill everyone.
I mean, if you want to suggest that, I mean...
No, I'm not suggesting.
I mean, what do you do, man?
Well, if he gave me evil, like, man, I'm serious. I think everybody is deranged in this place for that reason, because they're not human. So I don't think there's anything possibly good that we could do, because they're always going to have something quirky about them. But I guess we can eliminate the most... we can go on a murder-kill spree, eliminate those who we don't find pure.
Or at least attempting to be pure.
Yeah.
I think we should just leave.
We could leave, too.
They just call the knights back in to create their order again. And
At least wait till the knights return, and then, like, kind of pass the torch out to them.
Yeah.
Well, if we understand evil is just a different point of view, and then this place is pretty well like isolated to itself, pretty much.
I was about to say,
it's basically its own sort of culture, and if we just leave, it seems like it's going to eat itself anyway.
Yeah, it does.
So you got these portals down there. That might suck them all in, right?
Yep. Ash, my friend, you were right all along. I should have remembered my past with you. Understood your clear vision.
Should have never doubted the elf. I apologize. I'm so sorry. I'd still have my face.
I thought I was coming out of evil.
Of course, I'm always right.
Elves.
All right, guys. I guess we'll have to finish up today without parting words, but we can talk about that next time if you want at the beginning.
Yeah, certainly.
All right, guys. Thanks for playing today. I can't play next week, but I could probably play on the 14th of September.
Okay. I'll check for your email.
Okay. Sounds good, guys.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
You can eat.
Bye.